Alright, people. So, I know I don't really do these, but I'm here with the Walking Dead Season 5 premiere review, which I thought was a really good episode, really good way to start off the show, or the season. A lot of, a lot of entertainment, a lot of, a lot of fast, what's the right word? A lot of, just energy filled. It was a lot of tense moments, a lot of good moments, just a lot of shit happened. I mean, you get the show started off. They're in the train, and then they throw us some grenade or whatever, some I don't know what the smoke thing, whatever, in the train, and then you get Rick. I mean, what a way to start off. You get like seven guys like tied up, and they're leaning over a bathtub or whatever, a tub, and they one by one they hit him with a bat in the back, and they just cut their throats out, and the blood starts pouring out. And then they get to Rick, and then they get to Rick and Glenn, and then Rick fights out of it and ends up stabbing those two people because And then you got, I can't remember their names all of a sudden, but lesbian girl, what's her name? Um, fuck, their names sometimes go out of my mind, but lesbian girl, we'll call her that. Fuck shit up. She boom blows up the gas tank or whatever the fuck that was. Just a really cool explosion, fucking shit up. I like the zombies on fire and they're still walking. Um, and then, that's how Rick, they all get out. And then, you also got the situation there with, very tense situation there with, the black guy. Who the fuck is his name? Again, their names keep escaping me, but the black guy with the other guy, and they're in the shed, and then the guy gets the baby Judith, and that was a really tense moment there. Luckily, the black guy, comes back, saves the day. So that was a really good moment there. Um, and then just, they had a lot of deaths with the zombies, a lot of killing, and they eventually all, they all get out. They all meet up. Rick lets them out at the uh, uh, lets all the people out of the train car, and yeah, they eventually all get out. They all reunite. Even Carol's, that's her name. We'll keep calling her lesbian girl though. The lesbian girl reunites with all the crew and Tyrese. There we go. I've had an enlightenment. I had an epiphany. I suddenly remember all their names. But yeah, they all reunite together. Um, and yeah, so this season's probably going to be centered around them going to Washington uh, to, 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 uh, to somehow find a cure or whatever. I hope it doesn't end. I mean, I hope this isn't a fucking ending to the fucking Walking Dead. Hopefully they don't go to the go to the White House and or whatever, go to Washington, get it cured, and the show's over. Hopefully it's more than that. Hopefully I'm kind of rooting for the Washington guy to die, the scientist to die, so we get we get. I hope this isn't the end, but I mean, it was a really action-packed season premiere. A lot better than last year's season premiere. I remember last year's wasn't that good. This had a lot of action, a lot of good moments. And yeah, I really liked it. I really liked it. Didn't really. Oh, and also at the end, fucking who's the black guy? I don't remember his name. But I think it starts with like a D. Um, I don't fucking know though. He comes back at the end, and holy shit, you're like, oh, what's gonna happen now, uh, with him. But some kind of they gave you a surprise there, and what's gonna happen next? I mean, that's a big question. They're obviously gonna go to Washington to find something. They're gonna do something with Black Guy. I think. But it was really action packed, really action. Oh, and also they had a moment with Carol where they were, she was with that girl too, and she was being held at gunpoint, and she ended up shooting that girl in the leg and letting the zombies in. And that holy fuck was that weird. They were like cannibals and shit. I liked it though. I like the extreme nature of it. I like the violence of it. And they were like cannibal sort of people. They were like demons almost, Satanists, and it was, you know, it was weird, but I kind of liked it. You know, I liked the concept. Um, I mean, you know, it was kind of cool, I guess. I'm not saying I like that. You know, I'm not saying I'm a cannibal, but you know, you know, I kind of liked it. I mean, it wasn't great or anything, but I mean, it was definitely a gory episode. But I mean, it's not. You know, I'm not opposed to gory shit. So that was kind of cool, the concept there. It was a really sick, you know, kind of concept. But I'm not saying I like that, but I mean, I thought it was kind of cool. Um, and yeah, I mean, they get out, they get their guns that they buried, and yeah, I mean, I thought it was a pretty good a really good episode, a lot of action, and they really leave the door open too. Like what's gonna happen? Again, they're obviously gonna go to Washington, try to find a cure, whatever. Looks like at least. Um, and then they're gonna do something with the guy with black guy, but I don't know. Like what does a future hold here? Um, you know, and who's gonna die? You know, you always that's always a question. Like who's gonna die in the group? Um, Probably have a few deaths this year. I mean, the group's getting big. I mean, it's getting, you know, a little more, some more people added. But you know, it was an interesting little episode. Very good episode. A lot of action. Um, and I enjoyed it. I mean, it left me on the edge of my seat a lot of times. I was hoping it wouldn't end, and again, it left the door open for some new things and some new shit to happen. So what's gonna? I kind of didn't like how they, you know, Terminus fell so quickly. Like they were hyping it up as kind of a big thing. That it's gonna be this next big thing with Terminus, and they didn't spend. You know, they only spent like two episodes of them actually inside Terminus. You know, the season finale of last year and the season premiere this year, and it fell so quickly. So I mean, I was sort of hoping for, you know, a little bit more of Terminus, but that's okay. I mean, they got out, and again, the door is open for new shit to happen. So there you go, people. You know, I'll give it rate out of 10 stars. I'll give it 9 out of 10 stars. I felt it was a really good episode, action packed, good moments, a lot of deaths, a lot of zombie deaths, a lot of, you know, it was cool with Carol, but or lesbian girl blowing, you know, just fucking shit up there. And also, who's a really hot chick, 20-year, you know, she's really young, uh, Maggie's sister. You know, we've still got questions on where she went, too. But pretty much everybody's back together. And you got, you know, the possibility to do pretty much a lot of things right now. Again, the door is open. They're going to go to Washington, it looks like, but what else is going to happen? You know, what else is going to... I have high hopes after this great season premiere. I have great hopes of, you know, great things happening in this season. And I'm hopeful it will be a good season. And I think it will be, because it's really a great concept and a really great show. So there you go, people. There's your season 5 premiere Walking Dead review.